My grandfather left his entire estate to someone I've never heard of. What should I do? Hey everyone, I'm 25 years old, and I just lost my grandfather last week. He was a big part of my life. And I really looked up to him. I thought I knew him well. He was the patriarch of our family, the man who held everything together. My parents and uncles always spoke of him with such respect. I've always considered my family close-knit, so I never thought anything could shake us. But after his death, everything changed. At the reading of the will, my family was in total shock. My grandfather, the man we all adored and admired, left everything to a person none of us had ever heard of. Let's call her Isabella Blackwood. No one knew who she was. Not my parents. Not my aunts or uncles, and certainly not me. No one had ever mentioned this name before. The house, the money, all the property, even the family heirlooms, everything went to her. At first, I thought maybe there had been some kind of mistake. I mean, how could he leave his entire estate to a stranger? I expected there to be some kind of explanation. But when the lawyer confirmed that everything was legal and there was no mistake, I was stunned. There was nothing we could do about it. As you can imagine, this has caused a lot of tension in the family. Some are angry, some are confused, and everyone is trying to figure out who this woman is and why she has been kept a secret for so long. I've been struggling with this. My grandfather was always a man of integrity, or so I thought. I've been thinking about this constantly, and I'm not sure what to do. Why would he leave everything to someone none of us knew? What happened in his past that we never knew about? I feel like I've been living in some kind of family mystery. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Has anyone else been through something like this? How do I even begin to process something like this? Update. Hey again, I've been digging into who Isabella Blackwood is, and what I've found is more than I ever expected. It turns out that Isabella isn't just some stranger. She's actually my aunt. I know, it's crazy. My grandfather had a secret family, one that none of us knew about. Apparently, before my grandfather married my grandmother, he was in a relationship with a woman. Let's call her Evelyn Blackwood. They were in love for a while, but things didn't work out, and my grandfather went on to marry my grandmother and start a family with her. But here's where it gets really complicated. My grandfather never fully severed ties with Evelyn. Even after the breakup, he kept supporting her. And he continued to support their daughter Isabella quietly. This secret family was hidden from all of us, and none of my parents, uncles, or aunts ever knew about her. I'm not even sure my grandmother knew. I don't know how to feel about this. My whole life, I've seen my grandfather as the man who built this family, but now I find out he was living a double life. He loved my grandmother, but he had this other family on the side that we never knew about. I'm still reeling from this discovery, and I'm not sure what to do next. I want to reach out to Isabella and understand what happened, but I'm not sure where to even start. Do I confront her? Do I just leave it alone and move on? I'm stuck in a weird place, trying to process all of this. Second update. So, I finally met Isabella Blackwood. I reached out to her after finding her contact information through some old documents my grandfather kept. I wasn't sure what to expect. I thought maybe she'd be some angry, bitter person, or someone who just wanted to take what was rightfully ours. But when I met her, it was a completely different story. Isabella is in her late 40s. Around the same age as my parents. She's calm, kind, and surprisingly understanding about everything. She told me her story, and it was heartbreaking. She explained that my grandfather and her mother, Evelyn, had a deep love before he married my grandmother. They were in a relationship for a while, but things ended abruptly. My grandfather went on to marry my grandmother and raise a family with her, but he never fully cut ties with Evelyn. He continued to support her and Isabella, although he did it quietly, keeping them hidden from his public life. Isabella grew up knowing that my grandfather was her father, but she didn't know about us, his legitimate family. She never met us, and she was kept away from any part of our lives. She was devastated when she eventually learned about us. The family that had no idea about her existence, and the man who had kept her hidden, became a mystery to her. But here's the hardest part to swallow. Isabella is the sole heir to everything my grandfather left behind. The house, the money, the property, the family heirlooms. Everything. The will was clear, and she's the one who inherits it all. To complicate things further, she has children, my cousins, who are around my age. They had no idea about me either. And they were just as shocked as I was when they learned about us. Meeting Isabella, and learning that I have cousins I never knew about, has completely shifted everything for me. It feels like my entire understanding of my grandfather's life has been shattered. I always thought he was a man of integrity, but now I'm not so sure. Still, Isabella seems like a kind person. And it's not her fault that she was kept a secret for so long. I'm not sure where to go from here. Final update. So, things have taken a surprising turn. After much thought and discussion, Isabella has decided to share the inheritance with my father and uncle. She made it clear that she didn't want to cause any further division within the family, and that she felt it was only right for my father and uncle to be involved. We all met a few days ago, and the conversation was emotional, to say the least. Isabella was honest about everything, and my father and uncle were equally open. It was clear that no one was trying to take advantage of the situation, but they were all still struggling to understand how it all happened. It was incredibly awkward at first. The truth is, none of us really knew how to approach each other. But over the course of the meeting, we all agreed to try and move forward as a family. Isabella expressed her desire to get to know us and to find a way to integrate into the family, while my father and uncle acknowledged the pain and confusion that came with the revelation. We're all still processing everything, and I'm not sure how this will all play out. But for now, we've agreed to take small steps toward building a relationship. Isabella wants to meet my cousins. And I want to get to know them better as well. We're all trying to find a way to make this work. It's been a lot to take in, and honestly, I'm still not sure where this all leaves me. But for now, at least we're starting to talk and figure out how to move forward together. It's not easy, but I'm cautiously hopeful that this could be the beginning of something new. Thanks to everyone who's been supportive throughout this journey. I'm glad I shared it here, and I'll keep you updated as things progress.